I sold weed for a living, says Emtee, while motivating street vendors.
Of course, why not?
Guys, akaphume kuthetheni Emtee.
No, I mean, I don't know what you have to say about this, with the remarks that you once had about UMT. I mean, he's an inspiration of
To
what
whom?
hustlers
To
are.
whom?
To hustlers.
Okay, here's a problem na enayo
Okay.
with UMT.
Okay.
I watched the video.
Right.
UMT was ebeqhunyiwe basically. Ubumbona nje ethetha nje loba no man, this one is high. And then uthatha into a motivator. It's okay if he feels like motivating people. However, let's talk about the ababantu abamotivator. I'm worried about the young people that are looking up to him. Now that's my problem. For you can't be going in public each and every time. Usoba nini kwi-screen zethu.
Like, I don't understand your problem because Mangatia Pega, the guy didn't agazange motivated this guy to sell weed.
Yes.
But we are sure to whatever that you're doing. My G, I used to sell weed for a living.
I used to sell weed for a living.
He was like, this guy is selling nuts. My G, keep on going. Keep on pushing your business because I know how it feels like.
Why take it to the public that when you used to sell weed? Man, you are very high now.
At least Emtee is not he's not pretending like any other people out there. Some people, they pretend Ugutibona. No, they're like, their hustle was in a very legal way.
Okay.
But he comes out. At least he's an honest person. One thing about Emtee that I love about Emtee, he's honest as he is. You will never take that honesty and the real character that he has.
Okay, it's all good, ne? I'm not disputing that. Let's talk about the people abambukeleyo while he's doing this motivation. Ne?
Yeah.
Abantwana abancinci bambukela. Youth imbukela. And even the older people. They're watching him. This person is high. Very, very high. This person is talking about selling weed. Ne?
Yes.
So zonke zondo sazibeke eqaleni, because let's not shy away from the fact that UMT is a public figure. UMT is somebody we look up to him. Ne? Then now sitting senza kanjani? Sithi yaw MT is motivating street vendors, it's okay. But this person is high. This person is talking about selling weed.
I always have a problem ngabantu abafana nawe.
Okay.
Because one thing people don't understand about MT is his background. Like where he comes from.
But
and
we're not
how
talking
did he
about
end
that
up.
now. We're not talking about that now.
It's what it leaded to.
Him getting high in each and every video.
Exactly. Like MT didn't wake up and say, you know what, I'm going to smoke for a living. No,
Okay.
he was facing difficult situation in his life.
Okay.
He had to go through some of the difficult, challenges in his life. So when he sees people hustling out there and he's like, you know what, these people are taking me back to where I come from. I don't see any problem. I don't think if when you're watching that video and then you be like, nah, I'm going to sell weed for a living because MT did that. No, it's
Why
MT's
not?
hustle.
Why not? Because
No.
MT did it and
But remember, MT is a musician.
MT is
Like
a musician who started by selling weed.
MT is adding a very different flavor when it comes to Mzansi's hip hop.
Okay.
Everybody knows that. When right now, what are you going to be significant with? Okay. What is it that is going to be like something that people say, okay, yeah, you did sell weed and this is what you do again?
It's not about that. My father used to sell weed. Wow, he built his engine. But I'm not talking about that because I know that's not a motivation to abantu.
Your father was a dope man. There's a difference between someone who sells weed and a dope man. Ubabako was Abu Pablo, people who are selling drugs to these kids to profit themselves. MT sold weed so that he can profit his dreams. It's different. If your father sells weed to ababantu, aba innocent, abamsula, then your father was a dope boy. He was a dope boy.
It's not about all of that. Now what I'm saying is, UMT is a public figure.
Exactly, we know
UMT, abantwana bajonga kuye.
Like,
now you love MT. You look
do
up
I sell
to,
weed?
You look up
do
to.
I sell weed?
But you might smoke it because
I'm not smoking. I'm not selling weed. I'm not even drinking alcohol. But this guy the music that he gave us, it's something different. It's a different flavor. Something we never expected that hip hop would give us. Yinto engiyithandayo ngayo.
We're not talking about that now. Nam
But
ndiyavuma.
yinto a leader to what Emtee is right now.
No, I do agree that Emtee produces umculo right. All good. But then what are abantwana learning from him? Bathatha ntoni kuye?
First of all, I think people must look at it in this way. Ukuthi Emtee unabantwana.
Abantwana bakhe babona ntoni kuye?
Yabo.
What are they?
They see a
learning
role
from
model.
him?
Obviously, when are you thinking Emtee maga blumela is like ntwana yami you must sell weed to fulfill your
Emtee
dreams.
is always high.
Nah. He is always high. And why is he always high?
Why?
Why?
You tell
Because
me.
It's a habit that he took it while he was growing up, wakula nayo, but at the same time he had the talent of music,
Okay.
right? So it's like you must differentiate the two. He's a smoker in his spare time, and then he's a musician when it's time to work.
So you're saying it's okay for him to be high
I mean,
and be
I
on
won't
our
judge.
screen?
I won't judge because it's working for him.
What about
Bega, look at his albums, what they are doing. His first album, Avery.
Okay.
What did that album do?
Have you ever
What did
seen
it do?
Have you ever seen umntana ne olinganisa let's say somebody ose TV ne
Yeah.
of this song namantombazana and everything
Yeah,
else
yeah.
they'll be dancing ngolo hlobo ne because they are seeing lanto uMT mabamlinganisa they'll act high. Is that what he's teaching young people?
You know what I'm picking up right now is I might have made a mistake yokuthi uyahlukanisa weed
The music.
no music wakhe because his first song Krapa Fasa Baba Late Roll Up was his first song. He talks about this thing.
Okay.
Uyakrapa uyafasa siyahamba.
Why?
It's a banger.
Why?
Why? It's a storytelling.
So he was saying it's okay to smoke weed.
You know what happened in Emtee's life, ne? I remember him going to El Tito's podcast, and then El Tito was like, "Okay, please give me 3 of your favorite tracks." He was like, "None of them are my favorite." He was like, "I don't like my music." I was like, "Why?" Because he was like, "I'm giving what they want." Yeah, and a self-artist doesn't like his music. So you must understand, Uguti, the trauma that he had growing up until he releases music to a point, Uguti, I do music for people. So if Mangimuzwe asho kanjalo, that means Emtee, he smokes basically. He smokes on his spare time. He smokes whenever he do music. Everything ayenzayo uyasmoke, and he doesn't care about what people say.
Hold it right there, Moeketsi. If you are interested in knowing more about Gog Mawene's new podcast, please follow the podcast next to this one. Go to Share Online, and then you'll see.